Steven Peterson back here in the program. Got a fight coming up. LFA, used to be LFC, is now called LFA, Legacy Fighting Alliance. Obviously, Mick Maynard got moved up to matchmake at the UFC, the lighter weights, with Joe Silva retiring. That moved up Sean Shelby up to the main job, and then they're bringing in Mick underneath. It's no difference, though, really, at LFA without Mick there, right? It's pretty much the same as far as you're concerned. It's pretty much the same going.
Yeah, I'm still in contact with the same people. Andrea's still running things. So, I'm sure Mick still has some oversight, but he's probably real busy with the UFC. But Andrea takes good care of us, and Colin's the matchmaker still, so no big change.
Yeah, not a real big change other than Mick's funny accent calling you from time to time.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the Leandro Higo. That's your opponent coming up in here, LFA 1, January 13th. It's a nice spot, Dallas, Texas, the Bomb Factory in Dallas, Texas. So a smaller venue, but still a good venue for a local fight. How do you think this fight's going to pan out?
Leandro's a tough opponent. 16-2. He's the RFA champ. I see me coming out with my hand raised, definitely. But it could go, a few different ways. I'm going to come out the same way I always come out. I got a good game plan. I'm going to stick to it and, break him down. I feel like, he folds in certain, certain moments, and I'm going to capitalize on those. And, it could go real quick, or I might have to take him into deep water. But, in the later rounds, that's where I thrive, and guys can't seem to keep up with my pace and handle my pressure.
No, it seems like to me that this fight's going to be more of a grappling fight on the ground just because of how both of you kind of match up. You're obviously the better striker, but I feel like that once he gets hit, he's going to grab a hold of you and turn it into a standing grappling fight until someone falls to the ground and then, forces some ground and pound and forces some movement. Those are not the fights you like to be in. You don't like to be in those grinding fights on the ground because it feels like it slows you down quite a bit, and people can't see how exciting you are as a fighter if you're being forced into this ground game. Obviously, if you're on your back, you're going to try to get back up to your feet, catch a submission if he gives it to you as you're trying to get back up to your feet. But if you're on top, are you going to try to force it back to the feet again, or are you going to try and finish him with some elbows and some fists there on the ground?
I'm comfortable with wherever the fight goes. And if it goes to the ground, I'm happy taking top position and, working from there, working for a finish. But, he is a black belt in jiu-jitsu, so I need to respect his skills and, just avoid getting caught in anything slick. So it's all about just controlling where the fight goes, and if it goes to where he's just handling it from there.
And it's a difficult task, really, because you've seen tape on him. Yes, he's 16-2. Yes, you knew all these things about him, but then the reality of it sets in when you get in there. All of a sudden, now you're in a fight. And you're like, wow, this guy really does want to keep it on the ground. Like, he really is scared of my hands. Or the exact opposite could happen. He really wants to make this a trading fight. He wants to stand up right in my wheelhouse. How do you make those adjustments in the middle of the fight? Because you do have to make – I've seen you do it before. You do have to make some adjustments depending on which way the guy wants to actually make the fight go.
I mean, you just got to, play it by ear. When things aren't working out, you got to find those minor adjustments and just make them on the fly. It's really hard to say how you go about doing it. It's just a in the moment decision. Like if say he keeps on clinching me, then I need to obviously separate and use my hands. But I think he's going to try and set up maybe a double leg or something up against the cage, and that's where I seem to thrive. So I don't think he'll have an easy time controlling me or taking me down.
That's Stephen Thompson. Got Leandro Higo coming up here, Higo coming up here on the LFA 1, January 13th. It's going to be a great fight. I can't wait to see you guys do battle, man. Stephen, thanks so much for coming on here with us today. Have a great rest of your training camp. We'll talk soon.
I appreciate you having me on, Frank. Sorry, Frank.
No worries.
See you later, bro.
Take care.